channel. In today's video, I thought we would go over my top favorite foundations. 3 of them are high-end, 3 of them are drugstore. If you're new here, my name is Molly Sommers, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting that subscribe button down below, and make sure you hit all so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. I always think it's like really great to have different types of foundations. Foundations are definitely like, if you think about painting a canvas, it's your canvas, it's your starting point. A lot of times foundation is your starting point, or what helps bring a look together. So you always need a nice flawless type canvas, and you can get that through high-end or drugstore foundations. I found different ones that I like, and I'm always wanting to try new and different foundations. I just absolutely love foundation and think it's just a great foundation. That's what it's called. It's like a canvas for your face, a starting point. Also, I would really appreciate it. Make sure you give that video a thumbs up, a like, and make sure you leave a comment down below. Doing both or doing either or really helps me get my video out, lets YouTube know, and just helps me out in the algorithm. Those are 2 things you can do to help me out algorithm, and I would really appreciate it. Let's get started. So, like I said, we're going to go over some of my favorite foundations. I've got drugstore and I have high-end foundations. My first foundation, and this has changed. I had one that used to be my favorite for a long time, and it's kind of changed right now. My foundations do kind of change back and forth. I'm always looking for new foundations to try though. So definitely, if you have any foundations, drop them down below. What are your favorite foundations? I want to try more foundations, and I would love to know what you all are wearing, what you all have tried, what you like, what you don't like. I definitely think foundations is tailored to your different type of skin type, whether you're dry, oily, combination skin. So some foundations don't necessarily work for everybody, but I thought I would give you my top 6 best favorite foundations today. So the first one is the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. I have been loving this. It's a newer foundation. It is now a couple months old, but it's just amazing. I guess it's kind of a luminous foundation. It's not overly extremely dewy or anything, but it is definitely a luminous foundation. Now, I do have combination oily skin, so sometimes it lingers a little bit more combination dry. Sometimes it lingers a little bit more combination oily. Lately, it's been lingering a little bit more combination dry. So just to kind of give you a heads up of what kind of skin type I am, because like I said, not everyone's skin is going to like the same thing, but I know also I don't typically necessarily lean towards matte foundations, or I don't typically necessarily lean towards dewy foundations. I tend to like natural foundations, like a natural finish or a satin finish with maybe a little bit of luminosity. It really depends on if it's summer or winter. Sometimes I like more of a full coverage foundation. I definitely can see myself wearing like a full coverage foundation in the winter time, versus in the summertime I don't want necessarily a full covered foundation. I want like a foundation that covers really good, but that is full coverage, but doesn't necessarily feel full coverage, if you get what I'm saying. And I honestly think this Makeup Reboot foundation is it. This is an amazing summer foundation. I mean, it would be an amazing foundation all year. What I really like about it, though, is it's a foundation, plus it brightens, it smooths, it's supposed to firm, hydrate, and even out skin tone. And I really do believe in all the claims that it claims to be. I definitely see illumination in my skin where I wear this. It seems to smooth everything out. As far as the firmness, I'm guessing that's like an ingredient in here, like a skincare ingredient that it claims to help firm, which I really think is great when a foundation has skincare ingredients in it, because if you're thinking about it, you're putting your skincare on, but adding maybe a little bit extra never hurts, because you're going to be wearing foundation all day. So I think that's really great, and it's supposed to hydrate, so I like something that hydrates, especially right now in the summertime. I can be dry in the winter and I can be dry in the summer. I am a little bit more, like I said, combination to dry right now. My T-zones are usually the areas that get oily, like my chin or the tip of my nose typically, and maybe like right around here in this area. So what I would do is use like a translucent powder just to like touch up those areas, keep them from getting oily. But the rest of my face isn't necessarily like that. It's more dry. So I really like that this hydrates too as well. It's just a great foundation. If you haven't tried it, I highly suggest you go try it. It is a little bit more pricier. It is kept forever, but it is just such a great foundation. It has become my favorite so far. Second foundation, now if I didn't say this already, we are going in the order of high-end and then my next 3 drugstore. So we're doing the first 3 high-end. And my next one is the Born This Way Too Faced foundation. It's the one that has got hyaluronic acid in it, I believe is one of the ingredients like that it promotes on its box that you can see. This, for the long time, used to actually be, before the Makeup Forever one, was my favorite foundation that I was wearing all the time. And I do still really love this foundation. It definitely is hydrating. I don't think it has any, like, skincare type ingredients in it. Okay, I'm back after Amanda. Yes, Amanda, I'm calling you out. Gave me a phone call and it interrupted my filmmaking YouTube video on my phone. Thanks, Amanda. JK. Thanks for calling. Anyway, now we are back in, I was on the Too Faced foundation, guys, right? Yes, I was talking about Too Faced. Okay, so this, obviously, another favorite one that I have been loving now for a couple of years. I think ever since they've released this one, this has been in my collection. And this is probably one that I have most colors of because I tend to have my lighter shades, my lightest shade, and then I always have a self-tan shade, which is a deeper shade. So I usually have to have these 2 different color foundations in the same foundation depending on when I'm lighter or when I'm darker. And then normally I can just mix those 2 for when I'm in between. So, and this, like I said, I probably have the most. I actually think I have 3 different shades in this one. So, third foundation in the drugstore is another Makeup Forever. Yes, Makeup Forever is just a really great foundations. I think they're great to put if you have like a kit because you're going to do makeup professionally or whatever. I think Makeup Forever foundations are just a great way to start. And this one is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. This is definitely a full coverage foundation. So this will give you a flawless kind of full coverage, but it's not matte. I would say it's more of a satin or natural finish. It's not too matte, it's not dewy or anything, it's not very luminous, but it definitely kind of has a natural to satin finish. And I really like this one. This is definitely one I tend to wear probably more in the winter time because, like I said, in the winter time for some reason I like a more full coverage look. I'm not sweating as much, so it's nicer to wear full coverage, I guess. So I like that one a lot. And next we're going to get into my drugstore foundations. So I've picked out 3 drugstore foundations from my collection as well. First one is the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Fresh Wear. This is amazing. If you had not tried this at the drugstore, please do yourself a favor, go out and get it, because I mean it's drugstore, so you can't beat the price. Now I do think L'Oreal foundations, there are some foundations that tend to run a little bit higher with drugstore pricing, and this is one of them, but it is a really great foundation. I really love it. It's not matte, it's not dewy, it's just, I would say it's a natural finish, and it just, oh, it's so beautiful on the skin. It's so lightweight. Literally, this is one you can wear in the summertime and you can wear in the winter time. Just a really pretty sunscreen. Actually, this one has SPF 25 in it. It's just a all-around great sunscreen. I highly suggest, if you're looking for a new foundation to try and you're maybe someone who does drugstore foundations more often, definitely try this foundation. Definitely holds up to higher end foundations. And then my next foundation is the Revlon, it's all messy, Revlon Color Stay. This has been a tried and true since it came. I think I've been wearing this maybe since my late high school years or my early college years. It's been out for a while now, and I just absolutely, this is a tried and true. It's a great foundation. I usually get the combination. They have a combination oily, and then they have like a normal to dry one. I usually just get the combination oily. It again is more, it's not of a matte finish, it's not really a dewy finish either. It's kind of an in-between, like neutral type finish. I really like this. I've been using this for years and years and years. It is crazy, and I keep on going back to it every once in a while, and I really like it. It's a good foundation. I don't wear a lot of Revlon stuff a lot anymore, which is just really weird because Revlon used to be, when I was younger, a brand that I would go towards a lot. And I don't have a lot of Revlon, if any, in my collection anymore. But this foundation is something that I still do get and I still do repurchase. It's just a good foundation. And then my last one is well, it's drugstore pricing, but you can't get it at a drugstore. It's the BH Cosmetics liquid foundation, naturally flawless, and I just kind of bought this on a whim when I was buying some stuff from BH Cosmetics. I had never tried their foundations before, and I actually really do like this foundation. It is a thicker texture, but it reminds me a lot of the Born This Way foundation when you do finally get it down. The Born This Way foundation is a little bit more liquidy, but they both do have hyaluronic acid in it, which is really great, and they kind of remind me of each other. And it's a super inexpensive foundation that you do have to buy online because it's not in drugstores, but I really do like it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I thought it was a really great idea just to kind of go over my top ranking foundations right now. I definitely, though, want to try more foundations. So what foundations are you currently wearing? Please leave it in the comments down below. I want ideas. What foundation ideas do you have that I should try next, that you think I need to try next? That way it can make it up to my channel if I really like it, and I can suggest it to other people. I definitely want to branch out and start getting more foundations. I feel like I do tend to stick to certain foundations. Once I find one that I like, I'm like, grab a hold of it, and then I don't want to try anything else. So I'd want to branch out, but I always feel like with drugstore it's easier, because normally with drugstore I'll buy 2 foundations of the same brand. That way I have my light shade and my dark shade. Higher end, they tend to be more expensive, so I kind of have to pull and pick, like, okay, do I want my lighter shade? Do I want my darker shade? When am I going to be wearing this? Because I kind of have a pick and choose until I can, and then decide, like, if I really do like it, then go out and get that other shade too as well. That way I can have it for winter or summer when I'm lighter or darker. Obviously, I want to be able to try more. So yeah, leave any suggestions in the comments down below. I want to know what your favorite foundations are, guys. If you enjoyed this video, if you are new here, hi, my name is Molly Sommers. And if you are a continuing subscriber, I appreciate it so much. Both of you, new or old subscribers, for making it all the way to the end of the video. If you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and guys, make sure you give me a video a thumbs up, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. Both help with the algorithm, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.